Hi, I'm John Darling. I'm the wildlife technician here at Harsens Island Managed Hunting Area in the St. Clair Flats Wildlife Area. The Harsens Island Managed Hunting Area is located on Harsens Island, which is just off of Algonac, Michigan. Land purchase on Harsens Island began in the 1950s. The area became a managed hunting area starting in the 70s with diked projects beginning in the marsh units. The agriculture unit developed starting in the early 80s and into the 90s. The Harsens Island Managed Hunting Area is 3,350 acres. We have two 1,200-acre diked-in marshes. Each year we farm about 750 acres. Several weeks before the season starts, we'll begin flooding our agriculture units for waterfowl hunting, starting with our refuges. We work in cooperation with the local groups, Harsens Island Waterfowl Hunters Association and St. Clair Flats Waterfowlers Incorporated, to maintain our agriculture units. To get to the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl Area, when you're coming from M29 on the mainland, you'll have to take a car ferry across the St. Clair River. Car ferry runs continuously throughout the day, but every 20 minutes up until 6 a.m. Our office is located about 2.5 or 3 miles from the ferry. Follow the signs around on the main road. We have draws at 5:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. every day of the week for the entirety of the duck season. We will open at 4:30 a.m. We encourage hunters to get here early so that they have plenty of time to sign up. If you are not in line or signed up by the time of the draw start, you will be unable to participate in the draw. Once you get to our office, there's a large parking lot. You can park anywhere here. Get your party together, have your party of hunters come into the office, into the main check station door. Once you get inside of the check station, we'll have folks behind the counter waiting to sign you up. You'll have to present your hunting licenses. In order to hunt any migratory waterfowl in the state of Michigan, you have to have a Michigan small game license, a Michigan waterfowl hunting license, the federal HIP survey, as well as a federal migratory bird stamp. In addition, to hunt on the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl Area, you must have either a $4 daily pass or a $13 annual pass. We do sell all hunting licenses here at the office. However, we do not carry federal stamps, and we encourage hunters to purchase their licenses ahead of time. When you come in to register at the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl Area, you will receive a registration card. Each registration card will come pre-numbered with a number at the top left corner, which will be your draw number for the day. You'll be required to put your name, your address, a phone number, and your driver's license number, as well as your date of birth. We will cover any area water conditions or cover conditions that are outside of the ordinary. For any new coming hunters, we encourage you to come to an afternoon hunt first. It's a lot easier to find your way around for your first time during the afternoon hunt when there's a lot of sunlight. We also encourage you to stay after the draw and make sure we give you a map and how to get to your zone. Once all the parties are registered, at 5:30 and 11:30 we'll start the draw using either numbered bingo balls out of a bucket drawn by a volunteer or a pre-numbered random list of numbers according to the number of parties available. We have different zones here based on how many hunters are in the party. White tagged areas are only allowed to have 1 hunter in them. Blue tagged areas can have 1 to 4 hunters per party in the area. Red tagged areas are reserved for 2 to 4 hunters per party only. Here at the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl Area, the use of hunting retrievers is not only allowed, it's highly encouraged. In addition to encouraging everyone to use a retriever to retrieve their birds in all zones, we have 6 zones that are designated as dog areas. You must have a retriever in order to hunt those zones. We have a maximum shot size of number 1 and an 18 shell limit per hunter. You must use federally approved non-toxic shot. The majority of our corn zones can be accessed by foot or by boat. The areas are going to be under a mile to walk to. There are several zones that are going to be getting closer to 1.5 miles or 2 mile one way. Encourage hunters to use a small boat and a small motor whenever feasible. We do not recommend using a real big boat. Once the draw begins, we'll begin calling off the party numbers in the order that they were drawn. Once parties are called, they come up to the counter. They have to tell us which zone they want to take. We'll write down that number, and we'll then flip over the tag that corresponds to the zone that they're taking. That zone will then be unavailable for the remainder of the draw. For the morning hunt, you can go into your zone as soon as we're done with the draw. The morning hunt time runs from the beginning of shooting time until noon. For the afternoon hunt, you cannot enter your zone until noon, and you cannot begin shooting until 1. Shooting times for the afternoon hunt run from 1 o'clock until the end of shooting time. At the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl Area, we do have an ADA accessible blind and priority zone. Take the zone without ever having to go through the draw by telling us that you have a hunter who is interested in it, and we will then assign you the zone before the draw takes place. At the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl Area, hunters can take a leftover permit after the draw for the morning hunt from the time the draw is over until 10 a.m. Hunters can take leftover permits for the afternoon hunt from after the draw finishes up until 3 p.m. We'll have designated parking lots where you must park your vehicle. These parking lots are all located in close proximity to the boat launches or the footpaths to access the areas. At each boat launch and footpath, we'll have signs indicating the directions that you need to take in order to get to your zone, whether it is by boat or by foot access. When hunting in the agriculture units, you'll primarily be hunting mallards. followed closely by black ducks, wood ducks, and green-winged teal. When hunting in the marsh areas, you may have the opportunity to harvest some diving ducks, primarily ringneck ducks and possibly redheads. The average waterfowl hunter at the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl area usually brings around 2 dozen mallard decoys. After your morning hunt, you must return to the check station, check in any birds you shot, and report your crippling losses, as well as return your permit. For the afternoon hunt, if no one is available, you must fill out the back of your card. We'll have a self-check-in drop box just outside of the door you entered to come into the check station. For those hunters unsuccessful in the draw, there are still plenty of opportunities available for hunters wishing to hunt that day. We're in close proximity to Musquemoot Bay and the rest of Lake St. Clair, with boat launches located directly on the island. In addition, St. John's Marsh, which is also managed by us, is located on the mainland side within 5 minutes of the ferry. Hunters interested in hunting the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl area are encouraged to check our website at michigan.gov/DNR. There they can find the weekly report from the area manager, which will include updates on what the weather has been like, what the harvest has been like, and what zones have been productive. We do have several youth hunting opportunities. We will be open for draws during the early youth-only hunting season. We do have a youth priority opportunity later on in the year. Please consult your Waterfowl Hunting Digest or call the office here, 810-748-9504, or check us out on the web at michigan.gov/DNR. We also have a lot of opportunities for wildlife viewing, hiking, and kayaking throughout the rest of the year, although the area is closed to these activities during the hunting season. Thank you for your interest, and we look forward to seeing you here at the Harsens Island Managed Waterfowl area.